Welcome back to Coin Quest. Today, we're going to talk about a very interesting and collectible coin, the Abraham Lincoln 1961 cent penny. This coin may look small and ordinary, but for collectors, it holds a special place in history and in the market value today. The Lincoln cent first appeared in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design by Victor David Brenner featured Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the wheat ears on the reverse. Later, in 1959, the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial reverse to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This means that by 1960, the memorial design was still fairly new, and these coins were being struck in huge numbers by the U.S. Mint now. What makes the 1960 penny so special is the fact that there were two major varieties that year: the small date and the large date. Collectors know this coin as the 1960 small date and the 1960 large date. And to make things even more exciting, both the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint produced these coins, giving us four types in total: the 1960 small date Philadelphia, the 1960 large date Philadelphia, the 1960 small date Denver, and the 1960 large date Denver. The difference between small date and large date comes down to the size and style of the numerals and the date on the coin. If you look closely at the number 0 in the date 1960, you can notice that the small date has a taller and slimmer appearance, while the large date shows a wider style. This variety was discovered quickly, and collectors rushed to save both versions, which makes this coin one of the most talked about Lincoln cents from a 1960 snow. Let us discuss the coin value today. Most circulated 1960 Lincoln pennies are only worth their face value of 1 cent, but the varieties, especially in uncirculated condition, can be worth far more. If you find a 1960 large date penny in mint state, it can sell anywhere from $1 up to $10, depending on the grade. A 1960 small date penny, however, especially in higher grades, can reach $20 or more in value, but that is not all. Some extremely rare errors and special proof versions exist. The 1960 proof small date coin is one of the most valuable because collectors believe fewer were made compared to the large date version. A proof small date coin can easily sell for $100 to several $100s if it is in a certified high grade. Even more exciting is the 1960 D over D repunched mint mark error on the Denver minted coins. This happens when the mint mark was punched more than once, leaving a shadow image. These error coins are highly sought after by collectors, and some can bring in $50, $100, or more, depending on condition. Another thing to look for is double die errors, where the design appears slightly doubled. These varieties are rare, but they exist for the 1960 penny, and when found, they can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. In the current market, Lincoln cents from 1960 in average circulated condition may not bring a fortune, but coin collectors and treasure hunters still look through their pocket change and coin rolls, hoping to find that small date or a repunched mint mark error, or even a high-grade uncirculated example. Grading companies such as PCGS and NGC have certified top-quality 1960 pennies that have sold for over $1,000 at auction in the past. So, if you have a 1960 Abraham Lincoln penny, do not just pass it by. Take a close look at the date, the mint mark, and the condition. It could be worth much more than you think. Coin collecting is not just about money. It is also about holding a piece of history in your hands. Every Lincoln penny carries the image of one of the greatest presidents in American history, and the 1960 cent adds the excitement of varieties and errors that keep collectors searching. That is all for today's video on the 1960 Abraham Lincoln 1 cent penny coin value history and current market prices. Make sure you check your change carefully, because you never know when you might come across one of these valuable coins. Happy hunting and good luck finding treasure in your pocket change. Today, we are diving into the fascinating story of the Abraham Lincoln 2021 cent penny coin. At first glance, it might look like just another penny in your pocket or change jar, but you may be surprised to learn that some of these coins can carry an incredible value, not just for collectors, but also for anyone lucky enough to find one in circulation. So make sure you watch closely until the very end, because what seems like a simple coin could actually be worth a lot of money. Let's start with the history. The Lincoln penny has been a part of American life since 1909, when it was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, it has gone through several design changes, from the original wheat ears reverse to the Lincoln Memorial design, and finally to the shield reverse we see today. By 2020, the Lincoln penny had already celebrated more than a century of production, making it not just a piece of currency, but a piece of American history carried in the hands of millions of people. Now, why should we care about the 2020 Lincoln cent? After all, billions of pennies are minted each year. But here's where the story gets interesting. Collectors do not just look for age, they look for rarity, condition, errors, and varieties. And the 2020 Lincoln penny has all the ingredients to capture attention. First, the mintage numbers may look high, but in the world of coin collecting, even modern coins can become treasures if they feature the right errors or strike varieties. Second, certain 2020 pennies have already been discovered with dramatic minting mistakes such as die cracks, off-center strikes, double dies, or other unusual flaws that make them stand out. These coins can be worth far more than their face value. Imagine holding a simple 1-cent coin in your hand and realizing it could sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. That is the excitement collectors feel when they discover rare modern coins. For example, in the past, pennies from recent decades with significant errors have sold for staggering amounts. Some rare Lincoln cents have brought in tens of thousands of dollars. And while not every 2020 penny will reach those heights, certain rare examples could certainly climb in value as collectors compete to own them. What about the current market value? A regular 2020 penny in circulated condition will of course be worth just 1 cent. However, an uncirculated example straight from a mint roll or bag can be worth a small premium, especially in high grades. In professional coin grading, a 2020 Lincoln cent graded MS-67 or higher can already fetch prices between $20 and $100 depending on demand. And coins graded MS-68 or better, which are extremely difficult to find, can soar even higher. Add an error or a double die to the mix, and the value can jump into the hundreds or even thousands. Collectors are always on the lookout for these opportunities. Think about it like this. Every coin tells a story. The 2020 penny represents a time in history when America was facing challenges and changes, and yet the Lincoln cent continued its tradition of honoring one of the greatest presidents. Collectors know that coins are more than just metal. They are symbols of history, art, and value. That is why the 2020 penny, though young, is already gaining attention. Now here is the exciting part. You could have one of these coins right now without even knowing it. Check your pocket change, your coin jar, your piggy bank. Look carefully at every 2020 penny you come across. Pay attention to the mint mark. Some are struck in Philadelphia with no mint mark, some in Denver with a D mint mark, and others in San Francisco with an S mint mark, usually for proof sets. Proof coins from 2020 are particularly sought after in pristine condition, and they can command strong premiums from collectors. The best way to unlock the true potential value of your 2020 penny is to examine it closely under magnification. Look for doubling on the lettering or the date. Check for die cracks or unusual marks, and study the overall condition. If you think you have something special, it may be worth sending it to a professional grading service. A certified grade can instantly boost the value of your coin and attract serious buyers to AS of today. The market for modern coins is hotter than ever. Collectors are not only chasing older coins from the early 1900s, but also modern issues that prove difficult to find in top condition. That means the 2020 penny has real potential to grow in value over the coming years. What is worth a few cents now could one day be worth hundreds, even thousands, especially if demand continues to rise. The next time you find a shiny 2020 penny in your change, do not ignore it. It may be more than just spare change. It could be the key to a hidden treasure. History has shown that rare and unusual Lincoln cents can become some of the most valuable coins in America. And who knows, maybe the next big discovery is sitting in your pocket right now. In conclusion, the Abraham Lincoln 2021 cent penny coin is not just a modern piece of currency. It carries over a century of tradition. It represents the enduring legacy of one of America's greatest presidents, and it offers collectors the chance to uncover hidden value. Whether it is a rare mint error, a pristine high grade, or a proof specimen, these coins are already worth far more than face value in certain cases. And the best part is that anyone can find one. So start checking your change today because the journey to discovering a valuable coin could begin with a single 2020 penny. Thank you for watching Rare Coins World. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins that could be worth a fortune, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay tuned for our next video. And remember, every coin has a story, and every story could lead to treasure. We are going to talk about one of the most collected coins in American history, the Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny from 1992. This coin may look very ordinary because millions were produced, but the truth is some of these coins can be worth a lot of money, and collectors around the world continue to search for them. The Lincoln penny has been around since 1909 when it was first introduced to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head cent and instantly became one of the most popular coins in circulation. In fact, it is still being minted today, making it the longest-running coin design in United States history. In 1992, the penny was struck in two different compositions, copper-plated zinc for circulation and copper for certain collector-proof issues. Now, let us get into the details of the 1992 penny. Most of these coins are only worth face value if they are worn or circulated, but some rare varieties and special conditions make them extremely valuable in the world of coin collecting. The most famous and sought-after variety of the 1992 Lincoln cent is known as the 1992 close AM penny. Normally, the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse side of the coin have a wide spacing, but in the 1992 close AM variety, the letters are very close, almost touching. This was actually a proof reverse design that was mistakenly used on some business strike coins. These errors are rare, and they can bring huge money at auction. A normal 1992 penny in circulated condition is worth 1 cent, and even uncirculated examples with no errors usually sell between 10 cents and $1. However, the 1992 close AM penny is where the excitement comes in. If you happen to find one of these coins, even in average condition, you're looking at hundreds and possibly thousands of dollars. For just a single penny, collectors are always hunting for them. In fact, high-grade examples of the 1992 close AM penny have sold at auction for over $10,000. Yes, that is right, a 1-cent coin, bringing 5 figures simply because of a rare design variety. Another interesting thing to note is that there is also a 1992 D-close AM penny minted in Denver. This variety is even rarer and can command even higher prices than the Philadelphia version. Some examples have sold for more than $20,000 at auction. The key to spotting these coins is examining the reverse side under magnification and checking the distance between the letters A and M in America. If the spacing is wide, then it is a regular coin. If the spacing is very close, then you may have struck gold in your pocket. Change collectors also pay premiums for coins in mint state condition with full red luster, as copper coins tend to tone or darken over time. Having a shiny red coin from 1992 with no scratches or marks can make it even more desirable, and the market grading services like PCGS or NGC certify these coins in higher grades always bring higher prices. So, to sum it all up, most 1992 Lincoln pennies are only worth a cent, but the 1992 close AM and the 1992 D-close AM varieties are incredibly rare and worth a fortune. If you can find them, some selling for tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the grade and condition. Check your pocket, change your old coin jars, and any rolls of pennies you might have, because one simple error coin could turn a penny into a life-changing find. Keep your eyes open, study the details, and always remember that even the smallest coins can carry the biggest surprises. In the world of coin collecting, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more videos about rare coins and their values, and as always, happy hunting. Today we are talking about one of the most collected coins in America, the Lincoln penny, and in particular the 2018 1-cent coin. This little copper-plated zinc coin might look like just another piece of pocket change, but for collectors it has become a fascinating coin with a lot of hidden value. Depending on the condition, mint, mark, and rarity, the Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909 when it was first introduced to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first coin in United States history to feature a real person And over the decades, it has seen several design changes. In 2010, the reverse of the coin was changed to the Union Shield design. And that is exactly what we see on the 2018 penny. This shield design represents unity and strength with the words 1 cent written across the banner now. The 2018 penny was struck at 3 different mints: the Philadelphia Mint, which has no mint mark; the Denver Mint, which shows a small D on the coin; and the San Francisco Mint, which produced proof coins with the letter S. For most pennies struck for everyday use, billions were made, so in circulated condition, they are usually worth just face value. However, the real money comes when we look at high-grade examples, error coins, and proofs. Let's start with condition. Collectors use the Sheldon grading scale, which goes from poor all the way up to mint state 70. 2018 penny that comes straight from circulation will often show scratches or wear, but if you find one in mint state condition without blemishes, the value can jump. For example, a 2018 D penny graded MS67 by a professional grading service has sold for well over $100, and an even higher grade could be worth several hundred. The same goes for Philadelphia coins. A perfectly struck 2018 with full luster can be worth serious money, even though it is such a modern coin. The San Francisco proof pennies are also highly collectible. These coins are specially struck for collectors with sharp details and mirror-like finishes. A proof 2018 S penny graded PR 70 deep cameo can be worth between $20 and $40 depending on demand, and some even sell higher if they are perfectly preserved in original mint packaging. Another exciting part of the 2018 pennies is error coins. Errors happen during the minting process and create unique varieties that collectors love to chase. You can find doubled dies where the lettering or numbers appear doubled. You can also find off-center strikes, missing letters, or even coins struck on the wrong planchet. Some 2018 penny error coins have sold for hundreds of dollars, especially if they're dramatic and in good condition. In today's market, most regular 2018 pennies are worth 1 cent. But if you check your change carefully and know what to look for, you could easily find one that is worth far more than face value. Whether it is a high-grade mint state coin, a proof coin from San Francisco, or an unusual mint error, the value can jump into the tens, hundreds, and in rare cases, even thousands of dollars. So next time you come across a shiny 2018 Abraham Lincoln penny, do not just toss it aside. Take a closer look at the details, check the mint mark, and examine it under good light. You never know when you might be holding a little treasure that could be worth a lot of money. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting.